welcome to another episode of the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. I'm running hot. This is my husband and co-host, Alan Evans, and he's running cold.
Hey, train in the house. I'm not running cold.
Yes, you are. You're cold all the time because my husband, Alan, he's been bragging to me lately about fitting in those skinny jeans.
Haven't been bragging.
Look at these skinny jeans you got from me, babe. I'm fitting back into them again. You should.
Wasn't bragging.
Proud of you and for you.
Was just happy, and I thought you'd be happy
too. See, again, that I'd be bragging.
You would share in some success.
I am, but the problem is you're always cold now, and I'm running hot.
Yeah.
I blame it on going through the change. I blame it on, still trying to get rid of my Quarren 20. I'm 12 off of it now, and perhaps drinking a glass of red wine tonight because I wanted one.
Well, I'll tell you what, if our marriage and relationship can survive me throwing you off a jet ski, us going ziplining, you going through the change and me being super skinny guy and being really cold, and then most recently, you hitting my brand new tent job with your ring, scratching it, brand new.
I thought you were going to let that go.
Well, I am, but I'm just saying, if we can make it through all those things, I think we're going to be fine.
I thought we were going to be fine.
I think we're going to be fine.
I felt really bad about that. Ladies, okay, y'all and men, everybody be the jury here, and then y'all can judge. You can message us, podcast at KellieandAllen.com. Again, I'm losing my memory. So we're sitting at a gas station. It's dark. We're on our way to go have some dinner. But Alan says, I'd rather get gas before dinner than after dinner. So what happens when he gets out of the car to get gas? I sit on my phone. I'm in the car by myself. I'm looking through Twitter. I'm just going through the feed. I'm going through the feed, scrolling. And suddenly, I feel like there's something looking at me. And I look to my side, and it's my husband. But he's purposely like doing one of those things where he creeps up beside of you and he's looking at you like somebody just sneaked up on you.
And was I doing like my dead eyes face?
Yeah, he was like making this really creepy face.
Where like my entire eye is black.
But he creeped up on the side of me, and I'm like engrossed in, some Twitter debate or something. And I look over, and have you ever had that delayed reaction where you're scared? It's like where you look at somebody and then suddenly you have a delayed reaction. And it scared me, and I slapped the window. Because I was like, oh, why'd you do that to me?
Real hard.
But then
Real hard.
But I slapped it, which wouldn't normally be a problem, except I was wearing the way too big engagement ring that Alan got for me.
Platinum.
So really, it's your fault.
Platinum.
It's your fault that you got me a big engagement ring.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that sounded really bad. And I thought, whoa, I'm glad the window didn't break. But then Alan gets in the car and noticed these two little, like, if the teeny tiny snake with their fangs had bitten something, it was like two little dots that were in the window tint. And Alan said that was from my ring hitting the window tint. But I was like, I felt horrible. And I apologized profusely. I felt so bad about it. And I said, please, how much is this? Let's get it fixed, because every time I get in your truck, I'm going to feel horrible looking at that. But he scared me. And that was just my knee-jerk reaction to slap the window. Right?
How is this?
And you haven't brought it up in 2 days.
How is this all about you? You're not telling them how cool as a cucumber the kid was.
You were, and I thanked you. And then later, after we had dinner, I thanked him again. He said, stop bringing it up. He said, I'm just stop bringing it up. I was like, okay, I'm not going to bring it up anymore. But
I was just trying to think of examples of
how much I appreciate you not losing your temper with me. And now he brings it up on the podcast.
I was just trying to think of examples of things that are really screwed up, and that was one that came to mind.
I thought you'd let it go.
I have.
Now, if it doesn't peel or anything worse, it's just going to be two little dots in your window.
It'll be
But
fine.
every time you look to your right to see if oncoming traffic's coming, you'll be like, there's those damn dots.
It's just like, it's the first time you get a door ding on a brand new car. You're like, God, that sucks. But then after 6 months, a year, it's like, you don't care, right?
I appreciate you having that attitude. I don't appreciate you bringing it up on the podcast. But it is what it is.
It's what it is.
He scared me.
But here's the deal. If there had not been any glass in that window,
I would have popped you in the face.
you'd have knocked me out.
I would have popped you because you scared me,
I'd
Alan.
have been laying on the ground, on the cement, in the prone position.
You can't be mad at the person that you're attempting to frighten when they react in a violent way.
And Kellie,
some people flail, some people pass
you
out.
flailed.
Some people drop to the ground. I just hit because
And Kellie was so oblivious. I mean, imagine her sitting in the passenger seat of my truck. As she said, she's on her phone, and I am literally, my head is 6 inches away from where her head is, and I'm just looking at her like,
and I'm
she doesn't notice I'm here. So I get further and further
and creepier
and further,
and creepier,
almost to where my head is by the rear view mirror,
and creepy.
I'm that far forward doing my
creepy face,
creepy dead eyes, great white shark eyes face. At which point she saw me, panicked, and then took a swing at me.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? I know I'm not the only one where somebody scares you and you like pause a beat and then you react. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I think your brain takes a minute to catch up, or your body takes a minute to catch up. I don't know what that is. Have you ever had that delayed reaction? It's the weirdest sensation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
I know what you're saying.
Like
yeah.
my baby brother Ryan. Oh, he's scaring me right now. And then it kicks in. It's the weirdest.
We're getting a lot of great comments from our live studio audience.
About what?
Well, a lot are saying that when somebody puts 2 tiny little marks on your brand new truck's tint job with their platinum ring, first world problem.
It is a first world problem.
First world problem.
That's what I said.
That's one comment. The other is not Kellie's fault.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
But
I was really happy that Alan didn't get really mad
whatever.
at me. But obviously, it runs deep. Deeper than I realized.
It does. Runs really deep. As does the content of this podcast. man.
Really? What have we got coming up tonight?
Oh.
Now that we've gotten the messy stuff out of the way.
Well, we've had a lot of people ask about cutting the cable. And we've just quickly mentioned it. We're going to go into a little more detail about the streaming services we have, why we picked them, how much they cost, and how much we're saving.
Because we got a lot, but we're still saving a lot.
That's what we're going to do. That's one thing we're going to do.
And we've got so much stuff, we're not even watching it all.
We've got so much, we might have to kill some of it.
Yeah, it's just like we're spitballing. It's like you want all of it, but then it's like,
You don't,
okay, what do we
right.
really, I don't know.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. Kellie Claps Back. It was a big weekend. In fact, a couple of them happened, and Kellie was saying, no, don't say that one. No, honey,
Out
come
of
on.
context, they sound horrible. Y'all
So
have to
these
understand, I'm
are-
teasing, and Alan knows I'm
These are
teasing.
juicy.
And half of my clap backs, are just agreeing with him. Alan will say something, and I'll agree with him, and suddenly he's like, oh, and he pulls out his phone and starts taking notes. Literally, he takes notes on his phone when I clap back. He has a whole folder for Kellie Claps Back.
Do we have a podcast secretary? Like me, not like
That would be me, I guess.
No, not like an administrative assistant, but like on a board, you have a secretary that kind of,
Takes notes. That's me.
keeps track of stuff.
I can't remember stuff though, honey, unless I write it
No,
down.
I'm talking about a listener. I bet we do, Andrea Gullidge. I bet we have a listener that keeps track of a lot of different things. I hope there's somebody out there who's keeping track, Andrea Gullidge, of all the Kellie Claps Back punchlines. Like you
Why aren't you keeping them?
you belch from the balls up, and
Why
then
aren't you keeping them? You have your notes.
sweaty ass on the white couch. I can't even remember them all.
Don't you have them in your notes?
Yeah, I think I have them in my notes. But at the end of this year, this will give us something to look forward to. At the end of 2021, we're going to go through all the Kellie Claps Back punchlines in order.
Well, somebody can make that their mission starting now. I
Andrea
guess.
Gullidge. So
Why
okay.
are you putting her on the spot
Well,
like
because
that?
Andrea keeps track of everything. One of our very, very best customers. And then we have a lot of correspondence this year. Just more correspondence to share.
Alan said he was going to read more listener mail. I was like, we've done that like the last several
Well, what should I do?
podcasts,
Ignore
but
the listener?
I know, but I'm just like, I thought we did it for special occasions. But hey, if they're writing, they obviously have questions or needs to comment, and let's do it.
They want to They want to engage. They want fellowship.
Well, I think we should start taking phone calls. We can do that.
1-800-EAT.
No, but I think we have
We
the
need a vanity
capabilities.
number. 1-800-EAT.
Well, we don't, but we have the capability to make phone calls.
Stop talking. I don't know how to do it.
We've done it before. We interviewed Patrick. You just forgot.
Yeah, I know how to.
We can learn back. We can learn again.
I could probably figure it out.
We'll get to all of that and a whole heck of a lot more.
Yes.
But first, this. You know, we can do everything online these days, everything, and then have it all delivered straight to your door. Well, how about your prescriptions delivered right to your door with Amazon Pharmacy? Were you aware of Amazon Pharmacy? I wasn't until now, and I'm so excited. No more waiting in line at the pharmacy because that is a complete beating. Instead, you have your doctor's office send your next prescription straight to Amazon Pharmacy. They work with most insurance plans across the country. Plus, if you are an Amazon Prime member, as we are, you can get free 2-day delivery and save on prescription medication when you pay without insurance. And not everybody has it, right? It doesn't take long to sign up for Amazon Pharmacy, only about 5 minutes, and it is worth it because you are standing in line a heck of a lot longer than that. And seriously, it took me no time at all. You can request your prescription by contacting your prescriber, or they can do it for you. That's the option I always choose. Y'all do it for me. And then you place your order. It's so easy. Amazon Pharmacy coordinates with your doctor to receive your prescriptions right at your door. And I'm going to tell you what, the older I get, the more prescriptions I get. And I am so excited, Alan, because my pharmacy, they did what they can to make it convenient with the drive-through option. I sit in line in the drive-through longer than I sit when I go inside. It's crazy. Amazon Pharmacy, I am so excited to have discovered them.
Amazon Prime members can save on prescription medication when not using insurance and get free 2-day delivery. Learn more at amazon.com/sandwichrx. Okay, sandwichrx. That's a new one. SANDWICHRX. That's Amazon, AMAZON.com/sandwichrx. One more time for good measure, babe. Amazon.com/sandwichrx.
Just another convenience. Love it.
We love convenience.
We do.
So we didn't mention one of the things I wanted to talk about was we had a big Netflix binge day on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. So on the day of Sunday, the holy day of Sunday, we decided to watch
on the Lord's Day.
Yeah, the Lord's Day. We decided to watch a series on Netflix about some deviltry. The Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker.
Yes, the Night Stalker.
He was obsessed with Satan.
About Richard Ramirez, who was a serial killer in the 80s in Los Angeles.
Yes, and apparently a huge sex symbol. Had a lot of groupies. He was a mass murderer and a child rapist. And he still had women who were just, and I told Alan, I said, he had beautiful bone structure. He was tall. He could have been a model. He was really handsome. But he's a child rapist and a murderer. I'm sorry. That negates everything. And still had women. And even my daughter, when I told her what we were binging, she said, a lot of my friends thinks he's really hot.
That is so wheels off. That is so unstable.
It's because fame automatically makes somebody attractive despite of what they've done. It's crazy.
That is wheels off.
But if you haven't watched it, The Night Stalker is trending around right now on Netflix. You know, Alan and I aren't usually early to the game. We're just now trying to watch, what is it? the
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. We're just now trying to watch that. It's been off the air for 20 years practically. But The Night Stalker was good. We were only going to watch a couple episodes, but then we were hooked and we're like, let's just go ahead and watch all 4. Each one's about 45 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. Worth watching. You know, I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes. It didn't get great reviews.
A lot of people were saying it was too gory and too bloody.
Well, they showed some of the crime scenes.
A lot of the crime scenes, and they did some reenactment because obviously they didn't have the technology to show everything that we saw watching it. But
they showed actual crime scenes.
They did. They showed some of the actual victims.
But that's
so sad.
It's if you like true crime, it's worth watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't realize. See, this was going on when I was in junior high, and then he went to trial when I was in high school. And so I
Yeah.
kind of remember it.
I don't remember it at all. It was the year after I'd graduated high school, so I guess I was just so self-absorbed,
But I didn't.
as we are when
I
we're
didn't
freshmen in
realize
college.
this dude was so freaking evil in Wheels Off. He's right up there. I was telling Kelly, I think he's right up there with Jeffrey Dahmer and Bundy and Gacy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was vile, evil, nasty.
And there was no rhyme or reason. A lot of times there were patterns that, certain serial killers or whatever had, but he really didn't have any. It didn't matter. There were certain things that were similar, but it was just random choices, letting some people live, others he didn't.
And then the thing I think I was telling Kelly too, in my opinion, what fascinates people about serial killers, I think, it's like, how in the hell could somebody do that? And how did they get that way?
How do you get to that point?
So I did some Wikipedia research after we finished the series on Richard Ramirez, and there are some things that they didn't tell in the series about him. One, I was telling Kelly, one was he started doing drugs when he was 10. Okay. He got into drugs at a really young age. He had a cousin when he was growing up that was like a father figure to him because his dad beat him.
Yeah, very abusive father. We knew that.
Yeah, we knew that. But he had this cousin that he looked up to, and this cousin of his served in Vietnam and would show Richard Ramirez, he would show his younger cousin pictures of dead bodies and women he had raped and just this awful stuff.
Yeah, and he's idolizing. This is the cousin I idolize, or uncle, whatever.
And then apparently he witnessed his older cousin shoot his wife in the face. So all these things he saw as a child.
Yeah.
So when you go back and you think about that, you're like, man, how could that guy grow up and not be screwed up?
Yeah, but then he got into satanic worship and things like that.
Wheels
it was
off.
Just really, it's intense. It's not for everybody. I suggest watching it during daylight hours if you're going to watch it. But I thought it was a good documentary. It really made me appreciate detective work in the 80s and even before that, when they didn't have access to all the technology.
Yeah.
It was just hunches, gut instinct,
footprints,
and how the
fingerprints,
and the relationship between the media and the police, and how contentious that is. How a reporter basically blackmailed them into giving her a scoop because she's like, I've got this information and I'm going to release it, which would have blown the entire case. But she's like, give me exclusive interview, and it's like, was she smart to do that? Was she horrible to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that's got to sleep with that at night. But it was just really, really interesting stuff. So we do recommend The Night Stalker, but you need to have a stomach for it because they do show some crime scene photos.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it is interesting,
I'll
like
give
you
it
said.
some thumbs
and they
up, I
do
guess.
they show, because when he went to trial, all the women, they showed pictures and letters of the women that would send him topless photos and normal looking women, like, here's the painting I painted for you. And, just these normal looking people and not normal looking people who were obsessed with him. And the thing is, the Night Stalker, because, when you're sentenced to death or whatever, you're automatically appeal. He died from cancer.
Yeah. He
didn't even get the death. I mean, he didn't even make it to the death penalty. He died from cancer, which is... So, I mean, I don't know how anybody listening feels about the death penalty, but it's like, what it just feels like, it doesn't feel like the right ending.
Right. It was almost like that was a merciful ending for him.
Yeah. And he showed no mercy to anyone else.
He never, ever expressed remorse or regret for anything. Nothing. So
it was a shame. It was a shame what happened. But, just the police work, just to get to meet the heroes that tracked him down was really interesting. But we're into true crime stuff. That's what I enjoy in a weird way.
That makes...
Most women do. It's the weirdest thing. Like we were talking months ago about true crime podcasts. Women are the number one audience for the true crime podcast.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I love true crime. I mean,
yeah, but
guys like it too.
You'd rather listen to politics than anything else.
Well, not true.
What do you listen to?
I don't listen to any politics now.
On the podcast? You listen to the pundits.
I've
Well, who do you listen to?
Kind of given up on that. I'm not listening to a lot of podcasts
Really?
now. No.
Besides the Sandwiches and Latin.
No, well,
And
yeah.
Love Letters to Kellie.
It's kind of hard to get through sometimes.
And Love Letters to Kellie.
Yeah, Love Letters to Kellie.
You're saying our podcast is hard to get through?
I'm kidding. One of the guys is. Okay. Let's see. Do you want to do that, or do you want to keep going?
Whatever you want to do, honey. I'll let you control this one.
Yeah. Why don't you do that, and then we'll do some Kellie Claps Back.
You know, for Valentine's Day, I surprised Alan with at Christmas, and I'm giving him a trip to Nashville because he's gotten really into like country stuff and Stetsons and the vests and stuff. And a big part of his passion has been with backcountry.
I love Backcountry.
Backcountry.com.
Great brands at Backcountry.
Discovered them, through our own pod. We discover a lot of these things we tell you about when they come to us and say, hey, we're interested in advertising with your podcast. We're like, well, we want to feel good about what we're sharing with our audience. And Alan just fell in love. We tried, with this past year, I tried giving Alan a haircut. I'm not an expert hair cutter. We've all tried, a lot of us having to teach our children at home. We now realize how much we depend on expert teachers. Well, that's the same thing with backcountry. You might say, you know what? I want to go out there and I want to experience the great outdoors. I want to go fly fishing. It's been a bucket list dream of mine, or go RVing, out hiking or whatever. But where do you turn to? Well, you turn to backcountry.com because they have what nobody else has. They have former Olympians who are on standby 24/7. You can call, you can email, you can chat with them, and they will give you expert advice about whatever it is you want to do. Do you want to go fly fishing? They've got an expert gearhead who can tell you exactly what you need. If you want to go RVing, Alan.
Well, I needed some biking help.
Biking.
I needed some saddlebags for my bike, and I talked to one of the gearheads, and they told me exactly what I needed for my bike. I didn't know what was going to fit, and it was easy as that.
Yeah. And no matter what you want to do outdoors, even if it's a matter of I'm not really an outdoorsy person, but I need a coat. What's the right coat? Because we live in Texas and we don't have a lot of freezing cold weather, but when it gets cold, it's cold. So what do I need to get? I'm telling you, they have a gearhead at backcountry.com who could help you with something as simple as picking out the perfect coat for you. And Alan,
I got a Patagonia vest and a Patagonia coat. I got a Stetson, and I got those aforementioned saddlebags for my bike.
Right. So if you want to be as happy as we are with our podcast sponsor, we're going to tell you how to do that now.
You go to backcountry.com/sandwich and enter the promo code SANDWICH to get 15% off your first full-priced purchase. Some exclusions apply. So go right now and get 15% off at backcountry.com/sandwich and enter promo code SANDWICH. One more time, that's backcountry.com/sandwich, and don't forget to enter that promo code SANDWICH.
You're going to love it. And then go out there and conquer the great outdoors. Where are we going RVing? Have you decided yet?
No. See, that's the thing about RVing.
Maybe you need to call Backcountry to see if their gearhead can recommend a path.
Ad?
No, I'm just asking. I'm saying.
You jump in the RV and you start driving.
No, we need to have some plan.
No, because
we got to stop at a campsite that has
campsite,
plumbing.
Walmart. There's your campsite, and Cracker Barrel. You ever get in a pit?
I don't think that's fair just to assume that every Walmart and Cracker Barrel is going to welcome us in their parking lot.
You can stop down at any Walmart or Cracker Barrel.
They're okay with that.
Yes.
They won't have any complaint.
No.
If you spend the night.
No.
Are you sure?
Now, I'm not saying that's the safest thing to do, but you can do it.
Are you sure?
Turn on the generator? Yes. Think about how much fun that's going to be. You and me in an RV in the middle of nowhere at a Walmart parking lot. Did you hear me, Cousin Cindy? Aunt Velma?
Stop it.
No, I'll come up with a plan.
Time is ticking.
Hey, I work good under pressure. Last time you were all over my ass about something, your engagement ring was in the trunk of my car. I may already have
Okay, so that's the last time I was on your ass about something. Then over 4 years ago was the last time I was on your ass about something. I think that's pretty good.
No, you're on my ass 10 minutes ago about something.
What?
I can't remember. It was
See
something.
how important it was?
It was something. I was probably in the way in the kitchen or something.
Probably.
Okay. We're bringing back to you.
Bring it back to me, babe.
Dear listener, good listener.
I thought you meant me.
Good customer. One of your favorite segments is called Kellie Claps Back. And if you're new to this podcast, this is because I have me, the kid, Walter A. Evans, A-Train, has an unfounded reputation for giving Kellie a hard time.
Unfounded?
Yes. I get misrepresented of giving you a hard time. Now,
I think perception is reality.
yeah. Well, here's the reality. I see this on social media all the time. I see messages, I see DMs, and it goes something like this. Alan, you need to be nice to Kellie. I've been listening to Kid Crack Morris show since 1623, okay? She ended up with a guy like you. Tell you what, you harm a hair on her pretty red head, I'm going to beat you.
Aw.
Yeah.
Can you give me their Instagram handle so I can thank them?
I'm going to beat you. I can't believe you interrupt her, talk back to her.
I need to reach out to them.
You need to tone it down just a little bit.
Send them a gift basket.
And then my response is always, I'm sorry, I'm not living up to your expectations, but I appreciate the feedback. I will try to do better. Now, if you heard the way Kellie talks to me under this roof, you would be horrified.
Horrified.
You would be mortified.
Mortified.
And that birthed the bit called Kellie Claps Back. These are actual clapbacks in our everyday life, everyday scenarios.
Taken out of context.
Not taken out of context. These are things that actually happened. The first one happens in the master bathroom this weekend.
I don't know. I have no idea till I hear it with y'all.
I'm going to set the scene. So, happy-go-lucky AE is in the shower. And I'm in there. I'm freaking happier than a pig in slop, just soaping up. I'm like the Irish Spring commercial
Taking
guy.
forever.
Irish Spring.
Taking forever.
Taking showers among the leaves. I'm like in there just soaping up. It's hot and steamy, having a good time in the shower. I notice Kellie, we have a glass shower, so she comes into the bathroom, and about this time I'd finished up. So I'm drying off now, and she comes back into the bathroom. And she says, real beaten down, because when I take a shower, I just leave my underwear on the floor, and then when I'm done, I pick them up and put them in the dirty clothes, okay? So I'm getting out of the shower. Kellie comes into the bathroom, real kind of beaten. Kellie, I brought your underwear back. Zoe got them.
I don't say it that beaten down. I'm like, Zoe got your underwear again.
Allen, AE. Aw, Zoe's so cute. She's so funny. Why does she do that, do you think, babe? Kellie, because they have your funky ass smell on them.
I did say that. Because I got your funky ass smell. I did say that. I forgot. I did say that. Well, that's why. That's why dogs go for your underwear. They smell like your ass.
Clap.
That was good.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a clap back. That's
Well,
you
hey.
asked and I answered.
I guess your husband smells. I don't know what to say. I'm just reading what you said, You'll have to explain what you meant.
That was a good one. I thought it was funny. That was
Okay.
harmless.
Okay. That was the first one. Because they have your funky ass smell on them. So
And
I
rebuttal, pun intended.
I ran to my phone and started typing in what I heard. Okay. I might have been the same day, but the second clapback happened in Allen, Texas, which is a suburb not far from Plano, Texas, because we went to go see my son Dylan play a basketball game. And we took my truck. I have a Chevrolet truck. And my truck I'm just making a visual scene for you, painting a visual picture. My truck is a black Chevrolet, and on the license plate, I have a vanity plate, and it says A-Train.
Yeah.
A-Train. Okay? So Kellie and I, we watched Dylan's game. They won. It was a fun game, and we're walking out. And this is a weekend where we don't have the kids. So, Kellie and I left without Dylan. So the first thing that happened was there was an elderly couple that basically ran.
They were running.
Oh, they sprinted to they must have had somewhere to go.
They had somewhere to be. They were late.
Yeah.
They were running.
Right. So
I mean, I was afraid they were going to fall and break it. I mean, they were older.
yeah.
But they were running.
They
man.
had to
They
be
were,
in their like late 70s.
Yeah, they were running.
So they're pulling out backwards, and I'm like running to get out of the way because they were
in
like,
a hurry.
Yeah, in a hurry. So Kellie and I both kind of jog to get out of the way of that car. That was the first thing we avoided. But then we both come up to my truck, and I had we were running a little bit late for the game. So
we're always late.
Oh yeah. So I pretty much just pulled into a parking spot and just left it. And like Kellie and I ran inside into the gym. So I noticed when we came out to the truck, I was all cattywampus. I was hogging like 3 spots.
Yeah.
Allen. Oh, look at this parking job. My truck is parked all cattywampus, babe. Kellie. Maybe your license plate should say a hole.
Instead of a train. That was pretty good, though. You thought that was funny.
Well, you said I smelled, and then a couple hours later, you said my license plate should say a hole. It speaks for itself. Your clapbacks speak for themselves.
That was a good one, though.
You don't deny these.
Because you took up 3 parking spaces.
You don't deny these.
Well, that I'm not denying. I did say that.
Okay, well, there they are.
You know, those people that take up 3 spots, you want to go key their car. You're not going to do it because you're a law-abiding citizen. But what are you thinking? You're a jerk.
But here's the deal. I agree. People that park like that are jerks.
We were parked in the back of a parking lot.
This is a school parking lot.
There was nobody else
There were
there.
maybe 20 cars in the entire school, and I was way out.
Yeah, that's right. You weren't keeping anybody from getting a spot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was still pretty good, though.
Which part?
The a-hole part. That was pretty good.
Well, awesome. Now I'll go to the. Where do I go? The courthouse. I'll go to the.
You think they would let you change that?
I don't think so. I'll go to the DMV and change it.
I don't think they'll let you do that.
What about A and then dash WHOLE? Like a hole.
Why would you do that?
Just to, I don't know.
A train. All right. Well, there you go. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah. Well, 2 in 1 week or like one day. That's pretty good.
You're welcome.
So I don't want to hear it, listener. Good customer listener, that I'm too hard on Kellie.
Well, they don't have to hear behind the scenes because you're bold enough to do it on the podcast.
Not true. I never say things like that. I would never say something so crude. All right, babe. You want to
a lot of fun.
You want to do some of our letters here?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. We've got she's got a lot of questions for us. So maybe this will encourage some discussion.
All
right. This first letter is from Nat. Not G-N-A-T.
Like Natalie.
Nat. N-A-T. Happy Friday. So this was just written a few days ago. First of all, you can refer to me as Nat. I'm an OG listener of the podcast and a fan of Kellie.
Thank you.
Since the 1800s, around the time just before Kellie was pregnant.
Thank you.
I'm in DFW, kind of country, enjoy pop culture, and I love Jesus. Smiley face. I had my children by unconventional means, so relate to Kellie's time of infertility. I thank you both for a hilarious podcast that gets people through work, chores, and the pandemic. I've thought about writing, and I'm finally doing that.
All right.
First time, long time here, babe.
Thank you, Nat.
Kellie, have you heard of the Seamless Bible Study? It covers the Bible and connects the dots, like from the Old to New Testament, etc. I'm not a scholar, but had low expectations growing up in church. It blew me away. It's easy to follow, holds your interest, and will connect things that will truly wow you.
I have not.
Okay.
But I will make a note of that because right now I'm doing
Bible study.
I'm doing the Bible recap podcast, so we're reading the Bible in chronological order. But there's no reason I can't do a companion thing. So I will absolutely. I'll have Allen hand me your email so I can look that up.
Someone was asking what the app is you use. It's
a podcast. It's the Bible recap.
Sorry.
I think people think app because recap rhymes with app, but and maybe it is an app. I don't know, but it's the Bible recap podcast. And every day, I just look at the title of the show, and it'll tell me what chapters I'm supposed to read. It's usually like 3 chapters, maybe 4. And so I read the chapters and then I listen to the podcast, which is less than 10 minutes, sometimes about 5 or 6 minutes. And she just basically goes back over what you just read and gives you, her takeaway from it. And I was talking to my brother who is he's a minister. And I was telling him, Ryan, I am learning things, and I grew up in the church and I grew up in a Christian school, and I'm reading these passages and some stuff is still kind of going over my head. And then Tara comes back and I'm like, that's what that meant? I had no idea. And I've been reading that passage over and over and over. For instance, the whole story of Sodom and Gomorrah, how the angels went in and said, we're going to wipe out Sodom and Gomorrah. And they were like, well, if you can just find 10 good people you can spare. And they couldn't find 10 good people. So when the angels went in the town to visit Lot, and all the men of the town came to the door and started banging on the door and said, bring out those men so we can know them. I thought they just wanted to get to know them. Alan, they wanted to have sex with the angels.
Whoa.
Right? I had never read it that way. And you know what Lot did? Lot said, because Lot knew they were angels, he's like, no, don't take them. Here, take my daughters instead. They've never been with a man. He was willing to give up, and I knew that part. He was willing to give up his virgin daughters to the townspeople to have their way with them to protect the angels. But I never knew that that's what that meant. They were like, we want to know them. If you do the translation, they wanted to have sex with the angels.
How do you have sex with an angel?
Well, apparently when they come down to human form, they're apparently very beautiful.
Oh.
Anyway, this is like little things like that. I was like, wow, I never knew that.
So they were
So anyway, just little things like that. But then she also gives you her takeaway, like, what's your God shot? Tara Lee Cobble calls it your God shot. And it's something that she takes with her that she pulls out of it. And I'm like, oh, that's good. That's not necessarily what always I get out of it, but it's like, oh, okay, I can see that too. Anyway, the Bible Recap podcast.
So they're not priestesses.
Who? What?
The angels when they come down into human form. Remember it in what was the city my dad was telling us about?
No, that was the Catholic preacher talking. No, that's different.
Oh, yeah, they had the priestesses in that
Yeah,
city.
he was saying they were like women who entertained the men.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
And that city was lewd.
Yeah.
Okay. She says, here's another question. Have y'all found a church? We moved from your area, and when we were there, Citizens Church was fantastic, genuine people, down-to-earth vibe, great worship, and solid, thought-provoking preaching.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of that either. Okay. I remember when Kid passed, my heart just broke for y'all. Those initial shows were raw, and I admired the cast's bravery and perseverance. I know y'all were devastated and went through a lot, but y'all overcame. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. That was hard.
Alan, I don't agree with your cursing and the lewdness, but I like you, man. You're real and endearing and pretty funny.
There you go. A little,
just a
you
little warm fuzzy.
Yes.
A little warm fuzzy.
Love you, but don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep doing it. Kellie married you, so I imagine you're awesome. It was cool to hear the right man showed up in her life. Thank you, Nat. This is not a year I'd want to join your vacation, but I imagine it will be amazing. Maybe one day my hubby or family and I will check you out at Oaked. Your banter is great, by the way. You do you.
Very nice.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Nat. Nat wants your thoughts on The Bachelor.
Well, unfortunately, I did not watch it tonight. It's really hard because Alan likes to record the podcast on Monday nights instead of Sunday nights because Sunday nights was interfering with his football. And I'm like, well, Monday nights interferes with my Bachelor.
No. Sunday night interferes with the kids
and the football
There's
stuff
no football.
too.
I
Well,
didn't
there
watch any
was.
football this
I know
year.
we didn't this year, but anyway, yeah. So I'm kind of like late on it. My whole thing with The Bachelor this season with Matt is he kisses with his eyes open and it creeps me out. That's the only
Ew.
thing. Otherwise,
He's a peeper.
Oh, it's so gross, Alan. I thought the first time he did it, I was like, oh, that's just like a fluke.
Is he a peeper and a
it's
smacker?
Every time. The smacking, I haven't really noticed as much as the eyes are always open when
Ah,
he's kissing, and it's
so
gross.
creepy.
But yeah, so I always watch it late. I don't even know what's happening tonight.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, she has a lengthy letter, but she says she wants to check out The Chosen, and she also got her dad a bug assault gun for Christmas.
Yay, big hit, right?
Which she heard on our podcast.
Big hit.
Find those on Amazon, and she signs off saying, "I'm going to put an egg in my shoe and beat it."
Huh.
now."
Thank you, Nat.
Take care, Nat. Okay, we're going to follow up that long letter with a short one. This one's from one of our very, very best customers and winner of the Living Spaces gift card,
Great.
Kara. Kara Gafford says, I miss the old A Train. Love you guys.
What does that mean?
The couple of podcasts there where I was really toning it down.
Oh.
I think she panicked and thought that I was going to do every podcast like that.
Oh, she sent that letter in too soon.
Yeah. Yep. This next one's from Chase. Remember my man Chase emailed us a while back? He had the subject, I put Alan's name so he'll notice this. Alan, my man, and Kelly. I heard my letter on the podcast and I was caught a little off guard. I honestly forgot I sent y'all an email with the holidays and everything. As far as ammo, you're right. It's incredibly hard to find. I was at Academy and realized they have pretty much given up on even trying to stock it. They had folding lawn chairs on the shelves where the ammo usually is. About the only place you can find it is online. Gunbroker.com and bulkammo.com for you guys out there, listeners, who want ammo. Those are some
your little handy dandy tip.
Those are some resources for you. And he says he wants to help me sight in my rifle, my pig rifle.
Okay.
So
Pig?
Pig.
Oh, pig.
Hog.
You're hunting pig?
Hog. Pig. Oink, oink.
Yeah, because we're out of meat that you killed. Oh, we got meat, but not meat that you killed.
Oh, we finished that a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. You finished it. I wouldn't touch it.
Why?
I have no problem
free
eating.
range, man.
I know. I have no problem eating meat. It's just I couldn't eat what Alan killed. I just couldn't do it.
It's free range. Okay. This next one's from Kim. Subject, Densetsu. About a month ago, I picked up the site of our first date. About a month ago, I picked up Densetsu and noticed that they are open to seating up to about 50% now. I just want to let you know.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Also, I work near Oaked. Our office was having a small party, and I recommended we pick up food from Oaked. It was great.
Yay.
We enjoyed it thoroughly. We will definitely be going back soon. Your biggest fan, Kim.
Yeah, Alan and I, our first date, we met on Bumble, was at a sushi place called Densetsu. I don't eat sushi, but I eat California rolls. And so the first couple years, we recreated our first date. And this year, we did not do it. We honestly, we forgot about it too. It's just with the coronavirus and everything's thrown off. But next year, we'll do it, babe, because next year, well, this would have been the 5th year anniversary of our first date. We missed it.
Well, we can still do it, just late.
No, we just missed the 5th year anniversary. That was a special one.
Sorry, babe. Probably on me.
Probably
my fault.
Probably.
This next one is from Yana. Yana says, tell those complainers to put an egg in their shoe. Kellie and Allen. Longtime listener here of the Kid Craddock Morning Show, nationally syndicated. And I would like to also believe, too, that I would fall into your best customer category. I'm working back through all your episodes for the second time.
Whoa. Whoa. Are you sure?
I'm finding that since I listen at work, I miss some good content along the way. Think about that. We're almost to episode 300. So that means if she's doing that, 600 episodes.
Wow.
Woo!
That's very, very kind.
Need to do something for her. I seriously don't know how people can't listen to y'all. I feel like I know both of you and literally sit in my office laughing to myself when Alan's voice changes to speak uncomfortable phrases. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you do. Quit playing dumb.
And I love that Kellie speaks her mind. I'm a lot like that too, and I believe I'm not for everyone either, Kellie. In fact, I'm a few doors down. I feel pretty certain a few doors down, I feel pretty certain one of my coworkers doesn't like how opinionated I am. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We make it work, but I'm not scheduling to go have drinks with her after work. That's for sure. Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't have to like everybody, and everybody doesn't have to like you, but everybody just has to be polite and get along. That's it, You don't have to be friends with everybody.
So for all those complainers, no one is making them listen. They might need, I can't read tonight. I can't.
And I'm the one drinking.
I can't read tonight. I say they might need to listen to Alan and put an egg in their shoe and beat it. Keep doing what you do. I seriously love you both desperately. Yana.
Oh, thank you, Yana.
Thank you, Yana. Appreciate you. Love you desperately. Well, why don't we do a little
Before
bit
Alan
of that?
gets to
Yeah,
some
why don't we do
more-
it, and then we'll bring it home for Jerome with our streaming stuff.
What have Alan and I been talking about since almost the day we began this podcast? We don't need a king-size bed. We're in love. And plus, I take up so little space, right? Every time we tell people that the two of us and our big selves sleep in a queen-size bed, their jaws would drop. Well, we finally did it, babe. We upgraded.
We finally did it.
We upgraded
We finally
to a king
did it.
size mattress.
And it is heaven.
It is. We were like, what's the big deal? What could possibly be the big deal? Well, I'll tell you the difference is we went with not just any mattress. We went with Helix.
Helix?
Yes. We'd been hearing about Helix. You know, I especially listen to a lot more podcasts than Alan does. And some of the hosts that I love and I trust their opinions, they're like, we sleep on a Helix. So Alan, you were the one, I said, honey, be the man here. And you went online and you took the quiz.
I took the sleep quiz. I did it online. It prompted
About
me.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it prompted me for some basic information: height, weight, how do you like to sleep, what are your preferences, and it spit out, gave me a Helix recommendation.
Yeah, we went with the Dusk mattress. That's what it recommended for us because Alan said, you know, we want something kind of medium and firm. We don't want a too soft of a mattress. I sleep on my side, bunched up in a little ball. Alan, you sleep on your side, but also on your back a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
And with me, I flip over violently during the night, as Alan will attest. When I flip over, I flip over.
The sheets are moving and
but our mattress doesn't move. It is like the most incredible thing. Alan, the first night, he came and did a running jump into bed. It's like I could have been drinking a glass of wine. I wouldn't have spilled a drop.
Solid.
It was great, but it's also got the right amount of softness. We wake up feeling it was like really crazy. Plus, they give you, you know, you have so many nights to sleep on it to see how you're going to feel with it. But we wake up feeling really good.
Well, you know what I've noticed is my arms and my shoulders, they don't fall asleep anymore.
Yeah, and I used to sleep, and if I'd sleep just a little bit too long, my lower back would start hurting. And I thought it was just, it's just because I'm laying in bed too long. No, I was sleeping on the wrong mattress. But now that we found Helix, we're getting the right support. We're falling asleep quicker. We're not waking each other up, tossing and turning all night. And if you're looking for a mattress and you're like, I don't know if I want to go online, I'm telling you, you can trust Helix mattresses. They have a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. And sometimes, you know, it does take a couple of nights to sleep on it because after that first night, it was so different from what we were used to. We're like, I don't know if we're going to.
But I love it. I'm not sending this one back.
3 or 4 nights and we were like, that's it. We are sold.
Yeah.
And if you don't, for some reason, if you're like, I'm not sure this was right for me, Helix will even pick it up for you, but you're going to love it. There's no worries about that at all.
And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/sandwich. That's Helix, HELIXSLEEP.com/sandwich for up to $200 off and 2 free pillows.
And just go to the website and take the sleep quiz if you're just curious. That's helix.com/sandwich. It's not an obligation to buy a mattress, but you might be really surprised by what you find out.
Yeah.
We love it.
Really do. Love the
spread out.
Love the space too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody we say we sleep on a queen. You guys sleep on a queen?
Big.
Oh. How do you guys fit on a queen?
But I still sleep in a little ball.
A little tiny ball.
You got even more room.
I purposely last night, we're done with the ad, but I purposely last night like starfished out and I couldn't reach you. I was like starfished out. I'm like, well, is she in bed? I don't know. Is she over there? I don't know.
I'm big.
Oh, yeah.
But I sleep in a little ball.
Yeah, you've mentioned that.
Tiny, tiny ball.
All right.
Like a little hedgehog.
Yes. Let's see here. Why don't we? Okay. Well, so one of our listeners says, this is my man Shane. And Shane said, hey, guys, I'm an avid listener. I listened to Kellie for 156 years on the nationally syndicated.
Y'all can all stop with that.
This is a great bit, guys, and you need to keep doing it because I love this. It brings joy to my heart that this is propagated throughout the nation. I listened to Kellie for 156 years on the nationally syndicated Kidcratic Morning Show. I'm also a listener to a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast, not to mention Love Letters to Kellie.
Thank you.
That's
out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central. Love Letters to Kellie.
Wow. Yeah.
What's wrong with me doing a little cross promotion?
There's not at all. With Robert Ehrman, too.
Robert Ehrman.
Stop talking. Y'all are hilarious. The way Alan changes his voice cracks me up every time. I don't know what they're talking about. This is my first time emailing. As the subject line says, I'm wanting to cut the cord. Also, I currently have AT&T Uverse for about 5 years, and I've been thinking about cutting the cord a little over a year now. I don't have all the streaming services you have, but YouTube TV has caught my eye. What was your method to decide on cutting the cord? Any info would greatly be appreciated. Grateful listener, Shane.
Well, we could take the rest of the podcast answering this. This is a lot of people, I'm sure, considering this.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of information for you.
Well, here's the first thing I wanted to say about this. I did a little survey on my Instagram stories because I was just curious. I got all our hardware, all our equipment after I called them and canceled and put it in a box, and they send me a prepaid envelope. And we use DirecTV. Okay, I'll just say we use DirecTV. DirecTV sent me a prepaid FedEx label, and I just take it to a FedEx store and ship it back. Okay?
That's easier than it used to be.
Yeah, no problem.
Used to be you had to go haul your butt up there and find a place to drop it all off.
Right, no problem. So I just took a picture of that box with all the cable stuff in there. I posted it in my stories, and I did a survey. How many of you stream, and how many of you have cable? And I was blown away. 3 out of 4 people stream. And that's just my audience, but we're late to the game.
Yeah, because you've been talking about it for a long time.
I've been talking about it for years.
But, it's a little scary. It's like, once we do this, are we going to like it? Are we going to watch the stuff we want to watch? And
So we always have had Netflix, and we recently got Disney Plus because of the Mandalorian. Well, about a year ago, we got Disney Plus because
just for the Mandalorian.
Just for the Mandalorian, basically. And then around late December, we got Peacock because we wanted to watch The Office.
Yeah, we tried binging it over
Too much.
Christmas, and we just couldn't make it. So Alan's like, he was really loving it. And did we get like a week free?
Like 3 days free.
And we just said, screw it, we'll just keep it.
Yeah. And then I think we've always had Amazon Prime through our Prime membership.
Yeah.
Well, it's not through our Prime membership, actually. You pay for your Prime membership, and then if you want Prime movies, there's another charge for that. So I believe we have that through.
Do we? I thought we just had Amazon Prime.
Through your Prime membership.
I have the movies too?
Yeah, or I do. One of the two of us has movies.
I haven't been watching it.
Yeah. And then we just about a week ago signed up for YouTube TV.
Yeah, because we were like, well, we want to cut the cord, but we want to be able to watch live TV, like The Bachelor tonight, which I cannot watch. But we haven't figured out. I don't know if we can record, but then after it airs, you can go back and watch it.
You totally can.
I can record it, or it's just going to be there.
No, you can record it.
Like, I don't need to record it because it's going to be there, right? No? I don't know. I have to figure that part out. We're still very, very new, so we don't have all the answers, but yeah, I want to be able to watch certain things live, and Alan wants to watch certain sports games live. Local news, if you want to watch it live, how do you do that? You can't do that on Disney Plus, but you can with YouTube Live, which is the most expensive. YouTube TV, which is the most expensive of the streaming, right?
Yeah, so it's
that we have at least.
It's about $67 a month. Our package. It, like Kelly said, we wanted live entertainment, live sports is kind of what I wanted. We get channels that we watched before on cable, like Fox News, Bravo, HGTV. Okay, Amazon Prime, we mentioned. We don't really watch that very much.
Yeah, that's the thing I told Alan. I said, we really need to look at that because I know, like, Jack Ryan is on there, the guy that was on The Office, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. There's all these shows that are supposed to be on there that are really good. We're just not watching them.
Disney Plus, we mentioned.
But how much is it?
Because of The Mandalorian. I'll go into that in just a second.
Okay.
Netflix, we watch all the time.
Yeah.
We use Netflix a lot.
A lot. That's
the best value we have, I think. Peacock. So, and then we also have Apple TV Plus. Now, this is confusing if you're not. It was confusing to me because I'm late to the game. But if you're not real familiar with streaming terminology and technology, there's a little device called an Apple TV. And it's this little box, and you hook it up to your TV, and it allows you to.
It's literally about the size of a deck of cards. It's not much bigger than that.
It's tiny, but it's like one of these hardware devices that allows you to stream stuff to your TV. So you can stream stuff through your Apple TV box to your TV. Or some TVs will you can download apps on the TV, and you can watch programming through the TV while it's connected to your Wi-Fi. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can do that. But Apple has a streaming content platform called Apple TV Plus. That's confusing to me. So Apple TV Plus, you have to have, I believe you have to have the Apple TV to watch it. I don't know if there's an app for that, like on a Samsung TV, if there's an app for that.
Know.
Anyway, we also have Apple TV Plus because one of us got a year free because we have an iPhone. We both have iPhones.
Yeah, if you buy any Apple product, I don't know if it counts like with EarPods or whatever, you get a free year of Amazon TV Plus. So why not, right?
Apple TV Plus.
What did I say?
Amazon TV. That's okay.
Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, Apple
we
TV
have a
Plus.
lot going on here.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to make it simple. And then a friend of mine today, he knew we were going to talk about this. He said, hey, you might want to mention Pluto TV.
Never heard of it.
Pluto TV is free. Totally free. He said there's old movies and there's kind of interesting channels like a 24-hour Price is Right channel. All they do is run Price is Right for 24 hours.
That's funny.
So Pluto TV
Never
is another.
heard of it.
Okay,
is
so
it an app?
Yeah, I don't know. He just told me about it today.
Google it.
Yeah.
Duck, go it.
Duck, go. Okay, so here's the bottom line, guys. We were paying about $180 for DirecTV, and we had a good package and HBO. We were paying about $180.
Which we didn't know we had until we canceled it. That could kick myself in the butt. But you have to rent each box.
That was one of the reasons I wanted to kill cable, because we had 4 or 5 cable boxes.
Right, because we have a TV in the living room, a TV in our bedroom, a TV in Emma Kelly's room. We have the movie room, where we watch, the big movie room that came with the house. And we have one more somewhere. But anyway, in your office.
Yeah.
Your office. So
yeah, so every one of those boxes, I was paying $10 a month. I mean, that's $40 a month to just rent boxes. And a lot of the TVs would go weeks without being watched. Mm-hmm. So, we're just wasting money. Okay, so about $180 for my cable. Okay, so what we're paying now with our streaming services, we pay $67 for YouTube TV.
It's a lot, but
we pay $9, and this is per month, $9 a month for Amazon Prime.
Which we're not sure we're watching.
$10 a month for Disney Plus. $14 a month for Netflix. $5 a month for Peacock. So that total is about $105 a month, which gives us a savings of about $73, $75 a month. So with all those streaming services, we're getting more programming. We're not renting boxes. Since we're streaming, it's not a waste to be renting a box, because if the TV's off, you're not, we're still watching this programming, mostly from the living room, though. Right?
Yeah, because we've got so many. Alan's got something for just the speakers and the woofer. I only know that the controller for all the TV channels looks just like the one for the sound.
Are you befuddled?
Yeah, and I'm always picking up the wrong one. And then the Apple has its own
Apple TV.
Apple TV has its own device. So we have 3 different controllers, and I'm always like,
But you know
it's
what?
not second nature to me yet.
It's not to me either.
It will be.
We can get a universal remote.
It will become second nature to me.
But we can get one remote.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah,
but
we can.
I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes having to scroll through the YouTube live TV thing. We're scrolling, trying to find channels and what we want to watch. So that's a little confusing still, too. There's got to be a way to set preferred channels on it. We haven't figured out.
Yeah.
But it's just so new. And, we don't watch that much TV. I'm really surprised how little TV we watch.
Yeah. I mean, news and sports is really, but I watch, we watch Night Stalker. I watch stuff. I like watching that stuff with you on Netflix.
Yeah, that's Netflix. I got Netflix. I figured that out.
And then The Office. That's one of the very few series that's got me hooked. I don't get hooked on many series. I love that Office, though.
Breaking Bad, we're trying.
I'm just not hooked on it
We're
yet.
not, but Trey that I work with on the Kid Craddock Morning Show, he
National
said,
Syndicated.
give it to episode 6. He said, after episode 6, you'll be hooked. It's like,
well, Ozark had us hooked.
Ozark had us hooked right off the bat, but the last season kind of lost us.
The last season was slow.
But when it comes back, we're going to watch it because we have to see how it ends up. But just with Breaking Bad, we just can't get going with it. And I know y'all are like, oh my God, that's been off the air for 10 years. I know. We just can't, and we're still watching The Office.
So anyway, I hope that's helpful. That's what we use. And Kellie, she shared some of this on the radio I thought some of these stats were pretty interesting. Americans are spending an average of $47 a month on streaming services. So we're spending
double that.
Double, which is up 24% from last April. 49% of Americans subscribe to 4 streaming services. 13% use 7 or more. So
And we're at 6, right?
yeah. Netflix is number 1 with 81% saying they were subscribers. Then Amazon Prime Video is second at 65%, followed by Hulu.
We don't have that.
We don't have that. 56%. Disney Plus at 47%. HBO Max at 22%.
Don't have that.
Peacock at 18%. And then Apple TV Plus at 14%. According to the study last year, 90% of people 18 to 34 are cutting the cord or have never paid for traditional TV service. Huh.
But they were saying Apple TV Plus has got a little problem because people are getting that free year. And then what are you going to do when your free year is up? And about a third of them said, we're not going to pay for it after that. And about a third of them said they would. And about a third of them said, we're not sure yet. So they better come with some really great content during this trial period to make people want to stay. But I think it's like a lot of us, we're just lazy. We forget what we sign up for. And we just keep paying for stuff. Like if we're paying for Amazon Prime movies and we're not even watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
So
either
we
got to figure it out.
There.
Well, we got to figure it out. Because I keep hearing there's some good stuff on there. I just haven't bothered to look.
Well, let's look, and if we're paying for it, let's kill
If we're
it.
paying,
if we don't like
if we're paying for an entire streaming service just to watch one show, which we're doing with Peacock and with Disney Plus, that's just to watch Mandalorian and just to watch The Office.
Well,
But then again, y'all, have y'all seen the Saved by the Bell reboot?
There you go.
I binged that the other day. I didn't mean to, but I binged the whole thing. I loved it. I thought it was really cute. But then again, my daughter, who's 14, I was like, have you seen the Saved by the Bell reboot? And she's like, I didn't get it. I was like, well, maybe you needed to watch the original. Maybe you need that little bit of nostalgia. But I thought it stood well on its own. I get it. She wouldn't get some of the older jokes because, you know, Zach and Kelly are there and AC Slater and all that stuff. I thought it was fun. I had a great time watching it.
Yeah, and every once in a while, the boys like to get Disney Plus, bring up Disney Plus, and watch old Star Wars movies, and I do too.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to come out with new content.
They're going to come out with all kinds of new stuff.
Yeah,
this
so we're not
year,
getting rid of it.
No. Gotta have Disney Plus.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay, thanks, babe.
We'll sit with this for a minute,
Yeah,
and then we'll decide.
yeah. We're still we're really new to the game, but we just wanted to tell you what we did, and hey, we're saving a little dough.
Hopefully,
too.
it helps you make your decision.
We're saving some dough. That's a good thing. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Wow. Okay. I guess we'll finish up.
We got to end some point.
No, we could just keep going.
No, we really need to end.
Oh, okay. All right, babe. Well, this was fun. Had some fun stuff, had some buffoonery, but also some useful stuff.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Do you think?
Sure. Yeah. That whole cable stuff I thought was very, very interesting.
Okay, good.
As was Kellie's Clap Back.
You just
Very helpful.
Yeah. You just love those. Don't
I'm proud of myself. Well, sometimes I think they're taken out of context, but those, right on the money.
Right on the money, huh?
Good stuff.
Funky ass smell. Your license plate should say a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
okay.
stuff. Quality content.
Well, I still love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately. But we'll podcast again real soon.
Like real soon.
Like the day after tomorrow. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.
Bye.